All right, and we're live. It's been a little minute since I did a Hunter x Hunter stream, but I shall be doing that today. And today I'm going to be ranking every volume cover for Hunter x Hunter. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Right, let's switch on over to this camera, and I'm going to have a few different tiers here. I have it zoomed in like a mug because that way you guys can actually see what the volume covers look like. But we got God tier. We got Nen Master. We got Now We're Talking. We got Solid, Meh, and Trash. Excuse me. All right. I put these in order. So starting with Volume 0. It's not trash, but I gotta scroll my way up. This is a pretty cool one. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, too much? Too much? Yeah, I broke it. I broke it by zooming too much. All right. Well, you're gonna have to zoom in on your screen, I guess. But oh, I broke my camera, my inner camera. Oh well. You're not gonna be able to see me, but it is what it is. So when it comes to volume 0, this is a classic right here, obviously. We got Karapika and smaller version of Karapika because we got a little flashback going on here. And this is a very good cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in Now We're Talking. This one is kind of ahead of its time because as you're gonna see with some of these other ones that we have, excuse me. As you're gonna see with some of these other ones that we have, starting off in the beginning at least, it was a much more simple style at that time, but this one kind of breaks that mold and makes me feel like obviously Tagashi made this after he made volume 1 through 10 or so, because he clearly went back to add to it. And then we got a classic right here. We got volume 1. Volume 1 is iconic. We see this pretty much every time you see anything that has to do with Hunter x Hunter. And honestly, I'm debating on whether or not to put it in God tier or not. I'm gonna put it in Nen Master for now, and that might be the basis for Nen Master, but we're gonna see. One second, let me see if I can fix this camera real quick. But yeah, we're gonna go on to the next one in 1 second. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go to the next one. Next up, we got volume 2 here. Volume 2 is alright, you know what I'm saying? We got Leorio, we got Karapika, we got Going in the middle, we got the black and white theme, and then the red. But I don't know, it just doesn't really jump out to me like that. I want to put it in solid, but I'm gonna put it in meh for now, just because I know that there's just better stuff that's coming up. You know, there's just better stuff. All right, I'm gonna get rid of me, and we're just gonna see the tier list now. All right, here we go. Volume 3. So obviously, as you can see, this is the start of a little trend here with Volume 3. And Volume 3, we got Gon riding this big ass tortoise, I guess. And I feel like this is pretty much the definition of solid, you know? It's cool, it's a little fun, whimsical part of Tagashi's art style and whatnot, but it doesn't really stand out or blow you away or anything, you know what I'm saying? And but now we got a chicken, and when it comes to the chicken, I don't know, it's a little bit better than the turtle, I gotta say. And Kurapika is just chilling on this thing, he reading a book or whatever. The chicken doing all the work, he chilling. So yeah, I'm gonna put it above volume 3, but I don't think that it's quite at the level of this one up here. Now we're talking. And next up we got volume 5, which has Leorio on it, and he's riding a dog, and the dog is a very good boy, as you can see. And so, is it better than the chicken is the question, because Kurapika is cool, calm, collected right here. And Leorio's he's just having a good time, as you can see. Um, I don't think it's better than the chicken, sadly. But I think this order right here is pretty good. All right, next up we got Killua, and we're on this wacky looking cat. I'm not a cat person personally, but it's a very interestingly drawn cat, so I can't be too mad at it. It can go above the turtle, but it's not going any higher than that. All right, next up we got Volume 7. And Volume 7 is pretty cool. I like the art style. This is where he's starting to kick up the notch a little bit on the art style. He clearly was having some fun when he was making this one. I'm gonna put this one in Now We're Talking because we got Hisoka in the background, we got Killua, we got Gon in the foreground. The colors are on point. So from an artistic standpoint, this is just a step up, in my opinion. Now we getting into, all right, so as we go through here, I don't know specifically what each volume entails specifically, but as you can see, you can kind of tell which arc we're at as you continue with the volume covers. We're getting into the York New City arc now, and I gotta say the York New City arc is just amazing. It's my favorite arc in all of Hunter x Hunter. And on this cover, we got Crollo in the background, and we got Kurapika in the foreground, but I just don't know about the way that this one is looking compared to some of these other ones. This is actually a meh one for me. Crazy, I know, but I just don't like the way that Crollo looks on here. It's just not for me. Um, but this one, hold up. But this right here is tough. Right here, okay. You're not really seeing Crollo for real, but you could just tell that that's him in the background there. The red is fire. We got the four main crew on the front, which you barely have on any of these. It's almost rare to see that, especially nowadays. Shoot, we're never gonna see that again. But I like the way that the red contrasts with the foreground, and it just forces your eyes to immediately go there when you look at this cover. So plus we got Kurapika showing the chains. Oh man, yeah, this is a great one. I rock with this heavy. Next up, oh, this one is even more fire. This one's even more fire. Again, we got the four people, the four main characters here, but the way that they're drawn is just so clean and detailed compared to this one. And then we got the fire, the explosion. This is just clear. This is clearly after Crollo sends the Phantom Troop out throughout the city to do all types of madness and whatnot. This one is tough for me to keep out of Nen Master status, to be honest, because the balance on the cover is just too good. The four main characters are balanced perfectly in the top third of it. The middle third of it, we got Crollo's silhouette, and the fire just brings the two images together. It's too nice. I honestly will put it. I don't know if I'm putting it above this very classic Volume 1 cover or not, because that one just screams Hunter x Hunter so crazy. But the upscale and the art quality, it makes me want to put it here. It's gonna be tough. I'm clearly I'm a tough critic because I don't know what's gonna get into God tier if this one doesn't. I might double back and move this up here, but we'll see. Okay, next up. Oh, you see that? Next up, we got this one that's on the. This is one of the ones I put on the thumbnail. This is just too tough. Yeah, Crollo is just looking. It's just crisp. It's just crisp. This one is God tier. As soon as I said that, I was literally the next one I'm putting in God tier. The aura is just crazy coming off of here. You got him holding the book. He's got the headband and the tux on. The color with the painted background. It's just amazing. Everything about it is great. Everything about it is great. Okay, next up we got Volume 12 here. And this one's cool. We got basically the Bathe and Ape type art style here. And I'm not sure how high I'm putting this one though. That's the real question. It's cool because this one, as we'll see later on, gets like expounded on. I guess not expounded on, but updated in a later volume. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's cooler than these three that I have here though. So I'm gonna it's on this level, but I just don't know if it's surpassing these. So I'm gonna have it right there. Let's keep going. Volume 13. I don't know. This is one of the more unique ones, but for whatever reason, I just don't like this art. So I'm gonna put this one in trash. I'm just not a fan of it personally. So you let me know if I'm bugging by doing that. But hey. Next up we got volume 14. Volume 14 is so cool. Look at this. Kurapika, he's got Emperor Time going. He's freaking, you could tell that he's just bloodlusted and he just wants to take out the freaking Phantom Troop by any means possible. And I don't know, man. This one's pretty cool. Is it a level above? Is it on this tier? I don't know. A part of me is like, should I move this one up too? And have these three up here, these four up here? I feel like this one should be higher. But I think that's good right there. I think that's good right there. Yeah, that feels better for me. Yeah, let's keep it going. Next up, we got. I had to look up who this was on the cover because I was like, I have no idea who this character is, but it's actually Bisky, and I couldn't tell at first because I'm used to the anime version with the blonde hair. But Bisky, this one is okay, you know. It's just okay, but it's not like an eyesore kind of like how these two kind of are and how this one is. So since it doesn't actually hurt my eyes to look at it, I think it could just stay here in solid because it's also not blowing me away. It's also not like, oh, now we're talking is when you get to that ooh kind of category, you know what I'm saying? Um, and then Netmaster, you know, you starting to blow me away, pause. And then God's here, I'm blown away at that point. So let's keep going. This one is awesome, yo. 16. We got Gone in the foreground in front of the Hunter x Hunter actual lettering, which isn't on many of these, if you couldn't tell. It's really only this volume 01 so far. But I like when they play with that and where the words actually are in comparison to the subjects of the art. So that, and then you got gone. You got Razor in the background just looking menacing and fire. So that's really awesome. I don't know how high up I'm putting this one. It is it up here in the God tier? I don't think so. It might just be around. It's somewhere around here. It's either above volume 1 or below volume 1, in my opinion. So yeah, let's keep it going. Okay, we got, now we're getting into some of these more of like a quick theme type, which clearly Tagashi likes to do from time to time. The art style is a little different here, so that's kind of cool. We got him, we got Killua up here with like a white wolf, so that's pretty tough. This is kind of a step up from these initial ones, even though this art style is a bit more cutesy, I guess. But yeah, I think this one could definitely get up into Now We're Talking at the very least. Do I want to put it above this Phantom Troop one and this one? I don't think so, to be honest. I think it could chill right here, right before the Phantom Troop. Okay. And now we got Kurapika with a similar one, but he got an owl with him. And the owl joint, like looking at these two next to each other, which one of these do I like better between Kurapika with the owl or Killua with the wolf? I'm gonna say Killua with the wolf, but I feel like these animals are very indicative of these two people, to be quite honest. Um, am I putting this below or above the Phantom Troop chibi version? I'm gonna put it below this one, to be honest. And then we got what's my man's name? Leorio. Then we got Leorio with the goldfish here. This is volume 19 of Hunter x Hunter. And let's see here. This goldfish is kind of hard, yo. Or whatever kind of fish this is. Low key. Low key. I don't know. Is it harder than Killua with this wolf is pretty tough though. Killua with the wolf is pretty tough. But you know, Leorio's right there. He's fighting hard to get right there. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it here for now. I don't know if should this just be here so this looks like a pattern. No, I don't think so. It's I'm just put it there and leave it slightly above volume 18. Next up, we got volume 20, and this is another more like chibi version, which is cool. They're like in Egypt, I guess. I think you can see the Sphinx and the pyramids in the background. So this is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not really blowing me away. Is it better than this Phantom Troop one, or even on the same level? I'm gonna say no, because the other one is just more well, I don't know. The other one's more colorful. It's got a little bit more pop to it. It draws your eye to it when you look at it. This one doesn't really the whole way. Um, where should I put this one? Bum, 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 bum. It can go above the cat and the tortoise, but it's not going above the dog and the chicken. But it's a very solid cover. It's a very solid cover. But I'm just not like, damn, now we talking when I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So next up we got the first cover for the Chimera Antark in volume 21. Or was the last one? I guess I don't know what this last one is for, but this one is the first definitive one for the Chimera Antark. Clearly, the art is crazy. Gon looks like a menace in the on the cover of this. Like, let's go. Like, let's go. Um, is it going up here into Nen Master? Is the question, right? It doesn't look crazy next to these other ones. It doesn't look crazy right here. It looks okay in this range. You know what I'm saying? At the top of this, should it stay here at the top? This ant just looks fire, yo. This ant is too crazy looking. So I might. Is it better than this Karapika though? I feel like no. I'm gonna put it. What am I putting this? Am I putting it here? I think I'm putting it there. And am I swapping these two? Nah. I think that's good right there, to be honest. When am I getting another gods here? Is the question, right? I've already have I already gone through all the ones that are on the cover? I think so, right? No, we got another banger coming up soon. All right, now we got Meruem, we got the force that was with the Hunter Association, and we got the 3 royal guards on here. So that's pretty cool. My main like cause for pause with this one is that I feel like it's a little bit busy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit hard. Your eye is drawn to Meruem right away. And but then you kind of have to look around and see what's going on around it. I don't know if everything here meshes as well as it needs to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to drop this one somewhere on this tier, because the art for these ones, even though they're also in the solid category, it's very clear. It pops. The colors go well together. This is one I don't feel like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop below Biscuit because Biscuit's clean over here. It's clean. This image, with all the parts coming together, it just doesn't draw my eye the way that it probably should. Okay. Now we got Chibi Chimera Ant version with the chapter 23, volume 23. And this one is okay as well. This one's okay as well, but I think it's pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool actually. It can get up to now we're talking for sure. And because now that I'm actually looking at it a little bit closer, I feel like the art on this is the best of the chibi ones so far. Um, because it still has that kind of miniature look to it, but it has more detail as well. So I think this can make its way up here. I think right there is a good spot for it. Next up, we have the last one that I put on the cover art, on the thumbnail. And this one is so cool, yo. I really love everything about this one. We got Meruem. We got this inquisitive look on his face. He's holding the world or about to grab it, just showing that it's just that easy for the world to really be at his fingertips. And He really could have done that if, and I'm putting it in God tier, and he really could have done that if he just like, you know, continued with his plan and wasn't stopped by a guy exploding himself. The question is, which one of these is tougher? Like, holy snap. I'm gonna leave it like this for now, but I'm at the end I'll take another look and see. All right, next up we got volume 25. It's trash. I'm sorry. Komugi, she's an okay. She's an okay character, but this art just doesn't really look that good to me. Also, so next up we got volume 26. This is like this art, but done well in my opinion. But it kind of suffers from a little bit of the same things that I was saying with this one right here. That the art is all right. Let me zoom out a little bit so that we can see a little bit better here. There we go. So it suffers from a little bit of the same that this one does right here, because it's a little bit busy, but it's not quite as busy. So I think that it can get above that one and get over here somewhere. But I like how clean these are a little bit more. Like I didn't even realize that what's my man's name? The guy with the crazy slots. Why am I forgetting his name right now? I didn't even realize that he was there for a second. And so the art on this one, it's just not hitting for me, really. But it's overall cool, it's decent, but it's just not hitting the way it needs to hit. All right, next up, we got another fire one right here with Mr. Netero. Yes, Netero, yes. This shit is fire. And it's given the same kind of aura that this Kurapika one is right here. And I love it. I love it. The old man going hard. Is this God tier with these two? It's low-key close to it. It's low-key close to it. It doesn't look out of place. It doesn't look out of place. But I feel like it's probably somewhere on this level. Because it's not the cleanest art on it, you know? So I'm gonna put it, am I putting it above Kurapika here? Let me zoom in a little bit more again, so I can get a good look. Okay, so I can get a good look here. Come this way a little bit. There we go. No, I'm putting it below Kurapika, to be honest. All right, let's keep going. Next up, we got volume 28, and it's like the kind of godlike painting of the royal guards, and I kind of, it's interesting, you know, it's interesting. It could definitely at least get up to Now We're Talking. Is it blowing me away or anything? Not really. But it could, it doesn't look out of place up here. It doesn't look out of place up here at all. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not indifferent, but do I like it as much as any of these up here? No, which means that it's coming down. So, but do I like it more than these ones? There's a couple that I like more than that. But I think right there is a good spot. It's definitely Now We're Talking level, but I just don't know if it's on the tier of these god ones up here. Not god tier, but the Nunmaster tier. So zoom out just a teeny bit again. There we go. I should just keep it like that, right? Probably. But you know, I want you to see the glorious wonder that is these covers, volume covers, my god. Cover arts, volume covers, whatever. Next up, we got volume 29. And volume 29 is pretty tough. We got the 100 Guanyin. And we got Netero as he's about to explode his freaking heart out of his chest. I can't zoom further right now. I don't think so. All right. Y'all gonna have to work with this. 1 second. Okay, there we go. So the Guanyin, I feel like the coloring is just slightly off on this, but the imagery, the background, the foreground, using the depth on the page with Netero being in front of the words again, that's something that I think gets taken for granted when it comes to these cover arts. And I feel like where it's at right now is perfectly fine, and it can stay right there. My only questions right now is if I should move these two up, because these two are tough, and so tough that I feel like they're better than everything else I got on this level right now. So I'm gonna have to come back to that at the end for sure. Okay, next up we got volume 30 with the Zodiacs, and it's all their backs and stuff. Yeah, it's a meh. It's nothing too crazy here. I can't lie. It doesn't blow me away, and it doesn't pique my interest. It does pique my interest a little bit because you're like, oh, this is a wacky group of people here, but um, I don't know. It's just kind of dull for me. So next up, we got this cute little drawing of Killua and Nanika. So let's go up here. This one is definitely in Now We're Talking, and it's one of the better ones here. Um, Conceptually, it's cool. Art wise, it's cool. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. Next up, we got volume 32. We got Gone. We got Jing and this cat. Um, Honestly, this one is meh. Just art style wise, it just doesn't look that great. I love Jing as a character, even though he's a piece of crap, realistically. But yeah, I don't know. It's not anything too crazy. Yeah. Let me see. I will zoom out again so that you could get a good idea of what the tiers are looking like at this current point. But you know, I've been having it zoomed in so that you could have a better look at what these volume covers really look like. But let me zoom out real quick so we can get the update on where we're at right now. And let's finish these up. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back in real quick. And let's go. So next up we got volume 30. What volume is this? 33. Okay. Volume 33. And we got Kurapika, we got a dolphin, a fish, and a butterfly on here. And this is one of those cover arts that really just always, or volume covers that really always just stuck out to me. And it always caught my eye, especially seeing it a lot recently. Well, not recently, but since Hunter x Hunter has been post the anime at the very least, because this is the start of the Dark Continent saga. This is a cool one right here, but I don't know if I could put it above. I could put it right here, I think. But I don't know that the red with the blue eyes, and it's just so crisp and draws your attention so well to this part of the art. Same thing with this. Your eyes are just drawn to Hisoka immediately as soon as you look at this. With this one, it's like your eye is drawn to Kurapika at first, but it also is looking at the dolphin. It kind of starts to wander around the page and whatnot. But this one, the balance on the page is just so good, and so is this one. So that's why this one is probably gonna just stay at the third spot here. Because I could also argue like balance wise, a lot of pretty much everything else that's on this tier is probably better than this one. But even with that said, I just really enjoy this dolphin that's on here. So it's gonna stay right there. All right, next up we got volume 34 with Hisoka and Crollo on it. And this one is super clean. I really like this one a lot. I'm gonna put this up in Nendmaster for sure. And how high is this going up is the real question. I don't know. Also, feel free to leave your own suggestions on what volume covers you like and what you think should go up, stay down, etc. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that. So I think that is a good spot for it, but I want to put it above the bug one. Is it better than volume one? I want to say because volume one is just so clean, yo. The colors are vibrant, and the art is just very, very solid. But this art, I like when he gets in his more artistic bag also, so I can't even be mad at this. And it draws your eyes immediately to Crollo's eyes. And Hisoka is like he's gliding across the page, even though he's just stationary, obviously. So I do have a good affinity for these style of covers as well. So I'm gonna put it right here, right after this one, just because the balance on this is just so good. So I'm gonna leave it right there. Next up, we got this Succession War arc one with King Nasabi's big ass head in the background. So this one's just alright, you know. It's just alright at the end of the day. You do get to see all the princes and the pot that they use for the Succession War, but I don't necessarily think that. But I don't necessarily think that it is anything too special. So I think that it can stay somewhere in this ranking. It's better than is it better? It's better than these two. These initial ones are just very clean, so I don't know if I'm gonna put it above those, to be honest. I prefer the clean, balanced, well balanced ones more so to the kind of messy, all over the place ones like these ones. You know what I'm saying? But that can also be a preference thing at the end of the day. And let's see what we got here. Next up, we got the second version of the Phantom Troop of this chibi Phantom Troop one. I feel like the colors are just much better on this one, even though we don't got Evogan on here anymore. And it's cool because you get to see people like Finks have just like a different version of the um you get to see Finks have a different version of what he's wearing here as opposed to the other one. And that's cool, but is it going much higher? No, not really. All right. And last but not least, we have volume 37, which is the most recent one with Morena on it. And this one right here feels like it's trying to give this vibe right here, but it's just not quite on that level. So it is a weird looking picture. I can say that much. But I don't think that this is better than like man, to be honest. And honestly, I'm gonna quick go through here and see if I can move stuff up or down real quick. So we got. I'm gonna try and zoom in for this part so we can see a little bit more. Okay, so I got these two up here in God tier. I feel like I want to move this one up, and I want to move this one up. Do I want to move this one up? This is where it gets tough a little bit. Let's see here, because it's like you're picking straws at this point. So the reason why I have these three up here in God tier is just because this one, Crollo's just given the most aura possible. This one is just beautiful as a piece of art, as well as the symbolism, the use of depth with um, Meruem grabbing across the actual lettering of Hunter x Hunter. This one, the balance is just so good across the four characters across the top. The coloring is great. The fire, it's almost like you could feel the heat coming off the page. And the silhouette of Crollo in the foreground is just all comes together to come and look really awesome. This one, your eyes are immediately drawn to Crollo, and it's literally like Hisoka's gliding across the page. Yeah, I'm not gonna go one by one and describe every single one of these, but I think that that's fine right there. But for this one, I think that I'm okay with the order here too. I think that this one has to come down just because the way that the color isn't like as good as it should be. I feel like the contrast is a little bit off on this one. So, but what it is fire. The 100 hand Guanyan, you got him with the putting his fingers to the heart. Like it's hard for me to put it lower than like here. Okay, it's now we're talking level, but I can't have it at the bottom of it. Even if the contrast was slightly different, it might make it up here into God tier, but it's just not going to this time around. Let me zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Now you can see the whole thing on where we're at right now, but I was zooming in so that you could kind of see a little bit closer on the actual art. Is there anything else I want to move up or down? Let me see. Honestly, I'll put this one here. I guess. No, I honestly like the one better. Jing, am I moving you up a little bit? No, I don't think so. The chicken is obviously the master of solid over here, even though the dog is a very good boy. I think I'm okay with where I landed here. Let me know your thoughts on this and what your favorite volume of Hunter x Hunter is. And yeah, have a good day. Peace out. Like the video, subscribe, all them good things.